Welcome back. It is 8:21. A youth program is hoping to inspire the next generation of medical professionals. Reach Out to Youth targets young students to help them learn about the possibilities in health sciences. And joining us live this morning, Dr. Carolyn King and medical students Lawrence Cato and Miriam Miram. We appreciate your time this morning. Thank you so much for coming in. We are so excited that you guys are bringing this program back. So tell us all about it. Reach Out to Youth. What is it?
Yes, so Reach Out to Youth is a program that brings children into the medical school ages 7 to 11 to see what it's like to be a medical student. And so they have been working diligently for the last 12 weeks this year to create this program. And so this year's theme is muscle. We're talking about cardiac, skeletal, and smooth muscle.
Yeah, so we have a few different activities that the students are going to be doing. So the first activity is going to be a heart dissection, which is your cardiac muscle. So we actually have hearts, courtesy of the MSU Meat Lab. The kids are going to get to dissect the hearts, get to see the different parts of the heart, which I think is going to be really cool. I mean, personally, I didn't get the chance to do a heart dissection when I was a kid, so this is a great opportunity. We also have an ultrasound station. The kids are going to get to look at their muscles under the ultrasound. Because we have a simulation lab that has ultrasounds at MSU, so they're letting us use it, which I think is very kind of them. And we have a couple other activities.
Yeah, we have, right in the beginning, we're gonna have a dance party with Sparty.
Okay.
So get the energy going, get the kids going. We also have a parent program too.
Okay.
So some of the kids will bring their parents and we'll also teach them more about muscles and whatnot. And then we also have a intestines demonstration as well.
Which we were getting a little sneak peek of that.
Yeah.
We'll break out the intestine here in just a second. But this really is something to educate younger students about the possibilities. You guys are med students, right? So how would have this impacted you when you guys were little if you had an opportunity like this to, you know, see themselves in a future light like this? How would this have impacted you if you were a young student maybe looking ahead to a career in health sciences?
Yeah.
You know, that's a really good question. I didn't think about going to medical school until I was in high school. And then more into undergrad. But I think if I had a program like this when I was, the age range here is 7 to 11, so when I was in elementary school, early middle school, I think it would have really piqued my interest earlier on, and maybe I would have done even more activities to get more involved and maybe been more, not necessarily prepared going into medical school, but I really would have fostered that interest earlier on, which I think is invaluable. You can never get too much experience before you go to medical school.
Well, something I always say, you know, I learn the best when I'm teaching hands-on. I'm teaching other people about the craft. So Lawrence, I'm sure that that is going to be something that you guys will be holding as a valuable experience teaching others about your world, right?
Yeah, it's gonna mean a lot to me. Giving back to the community is gonna feel great. I'm from Grand Rapids and I grew up here, so I never had an opportunity like this to learn about the medical field. So having a chance to reach out back to the kids and sort of get that spark going for them is going to be really huge for me.
Yeah, and Dr. King, of course, we've got to talk about the activities that these kids will get. We got a little sneak peek of, you know, we've got the cardiac, we've got the skeletal, we've got the intestine too. So let's break out the...
You want to break it out?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so you were asking about them teaching, and we have a professional teacher. I'm going to give a shout out, Dr. Bradshaw, who's going to teach them next Thursday at 6 p.m. how to teach these young learners.
Okay.
So one of the things that we have learned about teaching is that it's very important with young learners to be hands-on.
Yep, I'm a big hands-on learner.
This is a representation of our intestines. Okay. And our intestines are 25 feet long. How long are our intestines, Tanner?
25 feet.
25 feet.
And what kind of muscles?
So now,
smooth muscle.
There you go.
Smooth muscle. So now, food only goes in one end.
Right.
And it comes out the other end. So apparently you're going to be the end it goes in.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the mouth.
This is the mouth, okay? And so now you're eating some food and you're chewing it, and peristalsis is taking it down. So we're just going to keep on feeding you food. And you're going to keep on pushing it down.
Well, what happens when it gets stuck?
Well, when it gets stuck, then you get a tummy ache.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, see, this is how that
these questions are going to be asked.
That's actually one of the questions for teaching the kids.
Okay. Okay,
We have
there you
different
go.
scenarios for them about
Yeah.
peristalsis, what happens when you're stressed or when you're relaxing with your friends, and we're going to show them how the speed of how much you digest food is affected by the different situations you're in.
Yeah.
And one of the questions we have for them to kind of brainstorm is what happens when the food gets stuck, which is a tummy ache, like Dr. King said.
You know, you guys are really dumbing it down, Miriam, and I think that's really important, especially when we have these 7 to 11-year-olds, you know, involved in this. Can you talk about the lessons that you want these young learners to learn when they come out to this?
I think I really want them to take away
Here, I'll hold.
the fact that medicine can be for everyone.
Yeah.
I think a lot of kids, I know when I was a kid, I looked at my pediatrician and I thought, oh, that's an adult thing.
Yeah.
I think it's very important for kids to understand what's going on and be involved in their health and take charge.
Yeah, something that they can, you know, take charge at a young age and learn that it's important to advocate for their health as well. You know, what's a couple of important lessons that we're going to learn, Dr. King, in this event for these students?
Oh, I would love to have Lawrence talk about the cardiac dissection if he wants to. So we have a cow heart.
Oh, okay.
And so there's this thing called a pluck. Okay, and the pluck is, so when you see animals and they, you know, butcher them, you're not eating the intestines
Right.
and stuff like that typically. You're eating the muscle.
Right.
Okay, so the pluck contains the esophagus, the heart, and so we're going to take the heart and they're going to dissect it. So Lawrence, tell them about the heart dissection a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and walk them through a heart dissection on a cow. And then we're going to go through and teach them the different parts of the heart, the different valves, the different chambers. And hopefully it'll be a fun experience to them. Hopefully none of them get grossed out by it, but inspire some future surgeons. But yeah, it'll be a great and fun event to teach them about the heart and how that is kind of similar to ours.
Yeah. Absolutely. Give us the information that we need to know. We need to sign up by when? When is the event happening?
The event's going to be on Saturday, on February 21st,
Okay.
from 8 to 12. Sign-ups should be on the flyer, the little
registration
QR
form
code.
and on our QR code.
Okay,
Yes. So
okay.
we have, I think that's
Almost
on
done with
your
this.
information.
Yep.
So we're almost at the poop side.
Yeah,
Okay. Uh-oh.
almost at
So
the end
We're
here.
almost
Yeah.
at the end. So
So here's one.
Here's one.
And that's how digestion works. Well, we got more.
Got more.
Yep. See, no
As you may
tummy
know,
aches
yeah.
here. We have no tummy aches here on 13 on your side.
A lot of fiber. A lot of fiber.
Yeah.
Fiber.
We've been doing a lot of
A
fiber.
lot of peristalsis going on.
There we go. Look at that.
You know, a big part of this too is parents, right? Talk about what the parents will get out of this as well, because it's important for
Yes.
them to learn what these students are learning too.
Yes, so one of our medical students decided that the parent program should mirror what the kids are learning. And so because this is a medical student-driven activity, they come up with the activities and how to implement them.
Yeah.
And they come up with the parent program as well. So this year's parent program, the parents are also going to dissect.
Wait, that's so much fun.
Parents are going to dissect. So, you know, these are tools, not toys, when they're holding a scalpel.
Okay.
Because these are real scalpels that these 7
And
to
they're
11
sharp?
years, they are surgical sharp because they're fresh out the pack.
Oh,
okay?
wow.
Yeah, so we give a lot of information about, you know, that these are tools, not toys. And so we're right there with them dissecting the heart to show them, as Lawrence said, the 4 valves and aorta and all that.
You know, what does this do early on for a student? You know, we're talking like, you know, first grade to 3rd, 4th grade, give or take a few years. What does it do for those young minds when they're stimulated this early in this sector of learning? What does that do for them?
I think it's all about exposure, honestly. Getting the ball rolling early on in life is huge.
Yeah.
I think that'll set the interest for these kids really early in life and hopefully let them pursue a career in healthcare. So hopefully they get this spark from this event and hopefully they'll carry their values that we learn from this with their life.
Okay.
So we just did a promotional video for Reach Out to Youth at the Wayne State location, because that's where it started 35 years ago. Don't age me. Do not.
I won't do the math. I can't do quick
don't
math.
Do the
That's
math,
why I'm in
okay?
journalism.
And so she came in 1990, Dr. Dana LaPlatte, and she's now a child and adolescent psychiatrist. And
Wow.
she just spoke about exactly that question, which is for her, as Lawrence was saying, it put that spark in, and seeing people that look like her, because they don't look like old doctors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They look like, high school students to me at this stage. You know what I'm saying? I know they're older than that, but the kids really relate to them. They have similar interests, and so now the kids see them and they're like, oh, hey, they did it, I can do it.
Absolutely. We've got about 15 seconds again. I know we already talked about the date, but just one more time, where can people find more information? Where can we go to sign up?
So reachouttotouth.org is our website, and there's a QR code there. We've got a Facebook page. Our Instagram's kind of slight, and also on Michigan State University. So we just register with the QR code. If they have any questions, just contact us on Facebook. That's the easiest thing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to that again. That's on the 21st, Saturday.
Saturday.
You got to
8
sign
to
up by
1.
next Monday, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, we thank you guys for coming in. Thank you so much
for
for
having us.
coming in, of course, and really fun example. That'll be fun for the kids.